Canada with the best country in the world. Canada, the northest country in the North America, even higher than USA. The country is bigger than USA with 40 million population and two native language. The country that is second largest country in the world, so big that it has 6 time zone. The capital of Canada is the second coldest capital after Moscow. And Canada is the fourth richest country after Russia, USA, Saudi Arabia, and is the fourth source of oil in the world. Canada has the biggest highway in the world, 10% of fresh water in the world, and 9% of the jungle in the world, and also the tallest waterfall in the world. And if I want to speak about the beauties of Canada, I can keep going until tomorrow, but in this video I want compare Canada with the best country in the world. But in this video I want compare Canada with the best country in the world. For who hasn't the chance to being born in the North America and now he has the opportunity to come to North America and needs help to choose between Canada and the best country in the world. Among many holy shit things that there are in the internet, and every one of them say one thing and it's not clear who is telling the truth. Okay, let's start. Almost 90% of people who immigrated to Canada say because we can't go to the USA, we came to Canada. Because USA conditions for entering is very difficult and at least need 1 million for green card. So I'll give up and go to Canada. Okay, let's start. Income. Let's check income between States and Canada for the same job. Like accounting, two accountants that work for the same company, one work for American branch, another work for Canadian branch. The company paid more to American one than Canadian one because American didn't work for low incomes, and also the difference between value of US dollar and Canada dollar makes difference greater. For example, US accountants earn 10,000 US dollars and Canada accountants earn 9,000 Canada dollars. And if we convert and we want to convert USA dollar to Canada dollar, in reality Americans earn, for example, $11,000. This is for example. And the interesting part is tax in USA is lower than Canada, and the painful part is the price of foods is higher than USA. And if you eaten food, the price of foods is higher than USA. And if you eaten food in Canada and travel to USA, you'll see the price of same food in Canada is the price of same food in USA is half of Canada, but the size is two times more in Canada. In America, size of food are so big that when you order food, you are full or you can't eat it. But in Canada, the size are so small that you should order one more time, and in this time, one more time, and in this duration, everything's come from China. Everything's all electric and non-electric goods and products, and the price are on dollar. It means who is in Canada should pay more money and time to buy product. Weather. The weather and nature. Think you live in a country that only has 4 cities, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Ottawa. And everywhere is ice. You go to east, you see ice. You go to west, you see ice. You go to north, you see ice. You go to west, to south, you see ice. And all options are same. But USA has New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Miami, Houston, Dallas, Las Vegas, Washington DC, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Utah. If you want sun, you can go to California, Texas. If you want nature, Montana. If you want desert, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, New Mexico. If you want jungle, you can go to all states, all east states. You can go Hawaii. You can go to everywhere. And for the good weather of USA, people are more happy and have more energy. And these are not the only bad thing about Canada. In Canada, if you want to go to restaurant and at 2 o'clock, there is 2 a.m. there is only one restaurant, which is probably too far away. But in USA, every time you go out 2, 3, 4, you see 20 restaurants are open and the price are half and the size are 2x. And the shipment, I don't know why the shipment price is so high in Canada. The simple economic ticket from Toronto to Vancouver is 700 or 750 dollars, but you can trip from New York to LA only for $13. And also in Canada, if you want to see the top of a mountain and you want to use telecabin, per waiter say $180. Why so this high? You can in everywhere in USA use telecabin for $13. And let this more. I tell too, when you want to see a person in Canada, you should call him 1 month ago to check that if he can meet you for 20 minutes in a cafe. Okay, the economy. The economy of Canada is 2,500,000,000,000, but USA is 30 trillion. And I don't want to make it difficult. How international brands, you know that is Canadian. I give you time. 1 second, 2 seconds, 30 seconds, 4 seconds. Think. Nothing. Only I remember Blackberry. Blackberry. But if I want name American company, Netflix, Disney, Walmart, Costco, Visa card, MasterCard, P&G, Boeing, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, SpaceX, Tesla, Chevrolet, Hummer, Caterpillar, Starbucks, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Domino Pizza, Cheetos, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Fanta, 7-Up, Kit Kat. How many names should I mention? How many names should I mention? I can name until tomorrow. And also there is $1 trillion company in USA, but Canada hasn't anyone. There is not only there is not any Canadian among 10 richest person in the world, but 9 of them are American. The richest man in Canada has 70.8 billion, but the richest man in the USA is Elon Musk, 450 billion, means 6x, and only 75 billionaires are in Canada, but USA has 756 billionaires. Okay, let's start with the real example of people who experience living in two countries and say your story, and they are regret why they didn't immigrate to USA. Okay. Uh, خب okay, you know the country of the best and most diverse breast is Deutschland or Germany. This country is famous for delicious and colorful breads, not in Europe, in the world. And I know some one has bread shop in Germany and have a good sale, but always say, if my business now was in Canada, instead of one shop, I have 10 shop. And if my business was in USA, now I have 20 shop. But the Germany tax system does not allow the business to grow, and this applies to Canada too. And many business that starts in USA and Canada, the USA one becomes international business, and the Canada one is still involved in serious tax cases because Canadian hasn't chance to be born in USA. Okay, story number 2. This story is for an Iranian man who will live in Canada. I know someone with the name of Sohail Iqtisadi, that it has a channel with this with the same name, Sohail Iqtisadi. Sohail Iqtisadi that he has a YouTube channel and in Instagram page too, and you can send a message to him and believe in my word. Okay, let's start. Sohail Iqtisadi owned the largest INK company in Canada with a monthly profit of $300,000, and he say if my business one in USA only for a location now I was richer than monthly money خوشبین. Look at, if my business one in USA now I was richer than money خوشبین. Why? For this, he say in my business time, one time I go to bank and ask a loan. I say I create a system. I import product from China and sell them 5x within 2 weeks. The money will increase 5 times. I will refund you money. I don't understand. Why didn't you lend me? And bank ask, where do you make money? I say online, in eBay and Amazon. And say, what's eBay and Amazon? I say an online website that sell your product, that you sell your product and you sell your product on them. And he said means someone send money for without knowing you and without seeing the product. I say yes. And he say, where does that money go? I say PayPal. He said, what's PayPal? I said an American bank. And he said, we didn't work with American bank. And he said, you work on online website that we didn't know what it is, and with so something that it's not bank means PayPal, and those that is not bank send money to an American bank that we can't work with him. You with these interpretations, you are not in my series, and we don't like import someone like you, so we don't help you. And this problem pushed me back a lot. On the other hand, Canadian Post is useless, and the other hand American Post is extraordinary. He saved the time. He say one time I want to send something to the downtown Vancouver. It would be cheaper from V to carry the box and put it on the truck and start the car and driving from Vancouver to across the border in Seattle and go to post office and put product on UPS box and post office first send box to California, and from California sends to Vancouver, and this process be cheaper than send from my home to the customer near to 20 kilometer over there. So for this backwardness and expensive, I should buy a car and hire a driver to give my product and come to Seattle and blah blah blah. For some kilometers that I want, and only because of my we I was in Canada for some kilometers that I want in USA, I should handle this pressure. So imagine how much this problem has financial and time loss for me. If only I was in was that side of border, post office car come in front of my house and give product free and send them, and is also because my driver moving at um, because my driver moving at because post office was closed at 4, many orders we can't send it and it cost me a lot. I can't pack after 4. We should call driver and have a stress that don't get stuck at the border. For example, driver, she forgot to take her exit slip. Imagine there is not this bullshit. If I was in America and UPS every day comes in front of my house and give boxes free, imagine how can it help me. Okay, another problem, USA has 4,500 bank and Canada only 35 bank. You can more easily give loan in America, but in Canada there is many paperwork. And also, if 35 bank in Canada didn't give you loan, you can't do anything. But in USA there are 4,535 bank, and if Mani Khoshmin was in Vancouver, how he now he was in my place. Okay, and let's end it. If you want to study in states is easier. If you want to study states is easier. If you want to find a job, states is easier. If you want be rich, be rich, USA is easier. If you want to trip, USA is easier. If the money is stronger, the tax is lower, the income is higher, the weather is better, the product and service is cheaper. And let end it with these sentences. Every person came to Canada because he can't came to the USA.